Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Good morning. Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So yesterday we have discussed about the rational numbers in detail, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So how does a rational number look like?
Like fraction.
Yes, very good. How does a fraction look like? Generalized form. How does a fraction also look like?
Like rational number.
Can you give me an example?
1/3.
Very good. Sit down. 1/3. It is a rational number. So, rational numbers and this rational number looks like P/Q form. This is what I am expecting. No problem. 1/3 is a good example. So, P/Q form it looks like P is a integer or whole number or natural number.
Integer.
It is an integer. Q is a integer again. Q not equals to 0. Very good. This and all we have learned in the yesterday's class. We have discussed about the different number systems also. So, in your earlier classes, if you have observed or not in your textbooks, it would be discussed about the different properties of each number system. In your previous classes, if you look back at your textbooks of 7th class or 6th class, there will be discussion made on whole numbers, integers, natural numbers of different properties belong to them, whether they are satisfying those properties or not. Today we are going to discuss those same properties but to rational numbers. Understood? There were discussions about few properties about the numbers, different number systems, that is natural numbers, whole numbers, integers. Today we are going to discuss the same properties but to rational numbers. Understood? Can anyone recall any of those properties? Very good, very good. I'll give you the chance. Can anyone recall any of the properties? If you say single property also, I will be very happy. I could extend my class very easily. I will give you the chance. You are more useful to me during the class. Let me give this chance to others. Any of the properties. Anything comes to your mind, you just say it. Even if it is wrong, no problem. Even I was a duller in my class. Yes.
Natural numbers.
Okay.
Whole numbers.
Sit down. Good. Very good. Nice try. Those are the number systems. Those are not properties.
Closure property.
Very good. Sit down. Closure property. This is the property discussed for integers, whole numbers, natural numbers in your earlier classes. Understood? Does anyone recall any other property? Yes. Sit down. Now you got the pulse. I think you are on the right track now. Yes, yourself.
Distributive property.
Very good. Distributive property. Any other properties? Yeah, let me give the chance again to the boys.
Associative property.
Clear, louder.
Associative property.
Yes, sit down. Very good. Associative property.
Sir.
One and only property is remain.
Sir.
Let me give chance to her.
Commutative property.
Yes, louder.
Commutative property.
Very good. Commutative property. These are the properties checked on natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. Now we are going to check these same properties on rational numbers. Let us going directly to the class. Let us check. Let us recall what these properties actually are. That means, what does a closure property means? Can anyone help me in this? Yes,
A
yourself.
plus B is equal to C. A plus B is equal to B plus C. A plus B is
You are close, you are getting confused, no problem. You are on the right track. Sit down.
A plus B is
Is anyone clear about that closure property? Come on quickly. No? It's okay. Closure, close. Close means what? Suppose I'm taking natural numbers. 1 and 2 are my natural numbers. I'm adding them. What is the answer? 3. Is 3 a natural number?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is in the same room. It is in the room of natural numbers. It is closed. That is called closure property. Suppose A and B are natural numbers or whole numbers or integers or rational numbers. A and B are taken as numbers. If we add them or if we subtract them or if we divide them or if we multiply them, if the answer again belongs to the same set, same collection, it's like 1 plus 2 equals to 3. 3 is again a natural number, then we call that the closure property is satisfied for natural numbers. Understood? A plus B equals to C, and this C again belongs to the same set. That is what closure property says. Does anyone recall what is a commutative property? Yes, yourself.
Commutative property is 1 plus 2 is equal to 2 plus 1.
Very good example given by her. What is commutative property? In general, she said 1 plus 2 equals to 2 plus 1. It is almost similar to what he has said just now. That means if A and B are two numbers, A star, I don't want to say it is plus only every time. It can be multiplication, it can be subtraction, it can be division also. A star B equals to, even here it is generalized operation. B star A, then we say the commutative property is satisfied. Understood? Let us discuss what is called associative property. Does anyone recall this? These are all things we discussed in your 7th class. Almost similar to commutative property. Does anyone recall? Yeah, yourself. Let me give a chance to it.
A plus B plus C is equal to C plus B plus A.
You are almost nearer to the answer. Let us see. She makes the corrections of it.
1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3.
Yes, you are almost nearer. You are also almost nearer. Sit down. You said 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 1 plus 2 plus 3. What I intend? Yes. Yeah, let me say. You want? Yeah.
1 plus a bracket 2 plus sir, 1 plus 2 into 1 into 2.
Yeah. Yes. If you want, you can write on the board also, no problem. Take the chart piece and register. This is your class. Excellent clap for him. Here he has taken the multiplication as operation. As like I have said, this operation can be anything. It is not must. It should not only be the plus only. He has taken multiplication as generalization. Here what he has done? He has done the multiplication of 2 and 3 first. And he has multiplied 1. He has got what? Answer 6. Right. And in this case, let us see. 1 into 2 he has multiplied at the first step. On the first step, he has done the multiplication between 1 and 2. Then, to that 2, multiplication 1 and 2 is 2. To that 2, he has multiplied 3. And he has got again same answer. So, if among the 3 numbers multiplication or among the 3 numbers operation, generalized operation, multiplication or addition or subtraction or division, we are getting the same answer. This different juggling operation order is remaining our answer same. If that side condition is satisfied, we say associative property is also true in that operation, in that set. Right? This is called associative property. Let us do the remind operation. Let us recall the remind operation now. Distributive property. Does anyone recall? The name itself suggests something. Does anyone recall? No one recalls? Yeah, yourself. If you are try also, I am very happy about it. You want to do? Yeah, sure. Do it faster. You have tried a good thing, very good. This belongs to again the associative properties. This is what associative property meant for. Very good, sit down. No problem. I'll explain. Yeah. Everyone is open to this one. Distributive property. Yeah. Carefully observe what is writing. I'm so much happy for you, boy. Clap again for you. So, if you carefully observe, let us suppose, what's your name? What? Hema Harshini. Sit down. Today, if suppose Hema Harshini's birthday is today, she wants to distribute the sweets to each and everyone among the class. She'll distribute one. So she starts from here and ends from there. She doesn't leave anyone, right? Just like that, here A into, even the symbol is not there also, we consider this bracket as into operation. I mean multiplication operation. A into B plus C. He distributed multiplication to B. Again he distributed multiplication to C. That is what? AB plus AC. Just like she doesn't leave any one of you in the class by distributing the sweets, isn't it? Just like that, multiplication is not left anywhere here. Multiplication is transferred from A to B plus A to C. Suppose, even if it is B plus C plus D, the multiplication will be transferred to B, C and D. How does it look like? It is just similar to that. A, B, very good, AC, very good, AD. Just like that, distribution will be done. Multiplication distributes over addition. Understood? Here, over addition it is going on. Isn't it? Every time addition is there, but over that it is crossing the boundary and multiplying each and every element in the brackets. Isn't it? Are you clear about the distributive property also? So, let me write it here. A, B plus C is equals to A plus AC. Very good. These are all the meanings of these properties. Now what we are going to do? We are going to check how these properties are applied for rational numbers. Are the rational numbers satisfy this property or not? Let us go with the closure property first. Okay. Under addition operation, as like I've told you, operation can be anything. It is not necessary that it should be addition only. So we check at each and every operation. Under addition operation, can you give me an example of a rational number? Quicker.
1/4.
1/4. Very good. Sit down. Let me add another rational number. Yourself. No, you.
1 by 5.
1 by 5. Very good. How to add these? Find the LCM for the denominators. LCM will be, what is the LCM between 4 and 5?
20.
20. Yes, it is so easy. 4 into 5, 20. And 5 comes here. 4. It is 9 by 20. So you have taken two rational numbers, you have added them, again you got what? 9 by 20. Is it a rational or irrational? Rational number. So under addition operation, closure property is true for rational numbers. Understood? Everyone is clear with this? Let us check for the subtraction operation. Let us take these rational numbers only. 1 by 4 minus 1 by 5. Again the LCM will be 20. So 5 minus 4. It equals
1
by
by
20. Is it a rational number? So again, if you operate subtraction between two rational numbers, again you are getting a rational number between 1 by 20 here. So can we say under subtraction closure property is true? Yes. Under subtraction closure property holds true for rational number. Under next operation is multiplication. Under multiplication, let us take these rational numbers only again. 1 by 4 into 1 by 5. Can anyone do the multiplication for me? Coming to the board. No problem. Do not feel fear or shy. No one knows how to do the multiplication? Yeah. You are most welcome. 1 by 4 into 1 by 5. That's all. That's good. Yeah, very good. 1 into 1. Sit down, sit down. 1 into 1, 1. 4 into 5, 20. 1 by 20. Again we have got the rational number. So under multiplication, closure property holds true. Let us check for the division. Under division, let me take two rational numbers. 1 by 2, another rational number 0. Do you think this is possible? Can we divide anything by 0? Suppose I want to divide this into two parts, then I divide. Two parts will be formed. With 0, what can we divide? If I divide this into one part, yes, I divided, it came as this, a single part. If I divide with 0, that is not at all possible. I don't know how to divide with 0 at all. Whatever the number is, 1 lakh, 1 crore, or whatever it is, you cannot divide that number with 0. So, this operation itself not possible. Then in that case, under division, closure property is not satisfied. So we have completed checking about the closure property. Understood? Let us check for the commutative property. What is the next property I want to check? Commutative property. Under addition, what is the commutative property? A operation B, I mean A plus B or A minus B, whatever the operation is. If B operation A both are equal, then we say it is satisfied. Let us check that. Again, we'll take 1 by 4 plus 1 by 5. I've got what? 9 by 20. If I add 1 by 5 plus 4, 1 by 4, what do I get? Very good. I'll again get 9 by 20. Can we say 1 by 4 plus 1 by 5 equals 1 by 5 plus 1 by 4? Can we say that? Isn't it satisfying the commutative property? We applied the operation between A and B, 1 by 4 and 1 by 5. We reversed the numbers and applied the operation between B and A. They came as same. Can we say commutative property is satisfied under addition? Very good. It holds true under addition. Let us check the subtraction. This is quite interesting. Let us check this. 1 by 4, 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3. Let us do the operation here. 2, 3. What is the LCM for 2 and 3?
6.
Very good. Sit down. So 3 minus 2 equals to 1 by 6. If I have done the operation between 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3, the answer is 1 by 6. If I have reversed the numbers and did the operation like this, let us see what do we get. Again the LCM will be 6 only. Now 2 minus 3. What is 2 minus 3? Sit down. Very good. No problem.
Minus 1.
Yes. Minus 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Very good. Minus 1 by 6. Is it the same to the 1 by 6? Yes. This is in opposite direction and this is in opposite direction. What do we say? Under subtraction, commutative property is does not satisfy. So, into mark for this. Let us check for the multiplication. Another quite interesting thing. 1 by 2 into 1 by 3. What is the answer for this? 1 by 2 into 1 by 3?
1 by 6.
Yes, it is quite faster. 1 by 6. 1 into 1? 1. 2 into 3? 6. For the multiplication only you can do very faster. You just need to multiply the numerators. Just need to multiply the denominators. You get the direct answer. Let me rearrange the order of the 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. Why am I rearranging every time? We are dealing with the commutative property. Commutative property means what? A into B, A star B equals to B star A. Whether is this equal to or not, we are checking. If it is not, then we will put into mark and we will say not satisfied. Let us see. 1 by 3 into 1 by 2. What is this? 1 by 6 again. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 equals to 1 by 3 into 1 by 2. Can we say under multiplication commutative property holds true? Yes, satisfies. So I'll put a tick mark to this. One more operation is remained. Let us check for that also. Under division, again the same problem. 1 by 2 divided by 1. How much is it? 1 by 2 divided by 1. Can anyone tell me? Very easy. 1 by 2? Yes, if you divide anything by 1, it's
Same number.
if I divide this book by 1, it is the book only. It doesn't get cut into 2 equal parts or 3 equal parts. Understood? So 1 by 2 divided by 1 is 1. by 2. Recheck for rearrange the numbers. 1 divided by 1 by 2. What happens here? Put the denominator 1. What you are going to do is 1 by 1. You need to reciprocal this. Reciprocal of 1 by 2? 2 by 1. Do the multiplication as it is. 1 into 2. 1 into 1. 1 is equals to 2. So I have rearranged these two rational numbers in their places and applied the same operation. But what are the answers? Are they same?
No.
They are not same. Under division, is it satisfied or failed?
Not satisfied.
Very good. Not satisfied. So I do one for this also. So let us check the another property. What is the another property?
Associative property.
Associative property. You need to be. These two operations are quite easy because it is just operating and finding whether it belongs to the same direction or not. And this is operating and finding whether both are same or not. This operation deals with 3 numbers. If you see it or not.
Yes, sir.
Right. Let us see that also. What is the property's name?
Associative property.
Associative property. We'll check for the addition. We'll check for the subtraction. Next for multiplication. And then last for division. Let us see this. Associative properties. This time I need 3 rational numbers as the property deals with 3 numbers. Understood? Quickly, give me 3 rational numbers examples. Yourself. 1 by 7. Another? 1 by 5. Another?
1 by 10. 1 by 3.
1 by
3.
3. Very good. Why are you dealing with the 1, 1, 1 as numerators? You can give the 1 lakh also. Do not give the 1 lakh. It will become very difficult. 2's, 3's also will be allowed. Okay. These 3 numbers are there. Under addition we are checking. So let us do the operation between these. Let us take this side and do. First, A and B should be added. Yes, sir. Yeah.
The internet is the one.
It's okay. So we are dealing with the different order of operations. First we are going to add these two and leaving the third one for a while. Just like A plus B will be added first and then C will be added first and then C. Alright. So 1 by 7 plus 1 by 5. How much it is? 1 by 7 plus 1 by 5. 35. 12. 12 by 35 is the answer for 1 by 7 plus 1 by 5. And we are interested in adding 1 by 3. Right. Add this to this. 3 into 35. 105. So 105 means 36 plus how much? 35. That is equals to 71 by 105. Okay, if I do the addition for this arrangement, I am interested in doing addition to these two. first. Then I am interested in adding the 1 by 7 later. Let us check. 1 by 7 remains as it is. And 15. 8 by 15. Again, this comes as 105 by 71 by 105. This comes as 71 by 105 again. Are these both answers same?
Yes, sir.
Can we say that in any order under addition can be done?
Associated properties.
Yes, associative property will be satisfied under addition. So this we are going to discuss we are going to stop the discussion. Understood? Are you all clear with this?
Yes,
Let us recap, let us recall again what we have done today. So, what is that? Closure property?
A plus B equal to C.
C. Very good. Is there any extension to that? Is that all?
A plus B plus C equal.
No. C. You are quite good. Does anyone can say more than that? Yeah, yourself.
Closure means sir, close surface.
Very good. Just catch the keyword. Closure means close. Yeah.
AB is equal 1, 2 is equal to 3.
Yes.
1 plus 2 means 3 is 1 minus 3 means minus 1 7.
Yes. Again, the result is belonging to the same set. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Sit down. Very good. The 3 is again belong to natural numbers. Can we say in that way commutative property is satisfied? Yes. We have checked for the closure property. And what is commutative property? Can anyone say this? Even example is fine. Yeah, yourself. Ask me.
3 into 5, 5 into 3.
Both are?
Commutative.
Yes, both as 3. Sit down, very good. 3 into 5 equals to 15. And 5 into 3, again it is 15. Both are giving the same answers. We can say commutative property holds true for natural numbers. Even for rational numbers also we have checked and it came as good. Let me draw this table and have the more clarification. Operations are plus, minus,
Multiplication.
division, commutative, closure. Under addition, is closure property true for rational numbers? Very good. Is it true for minus? Very good. Is it true for multiplication? Very good. Is it true for division? No. Anyone can anyone give me the example for that? Very good. Yourself. 0. If you very good. You are most nearer to the answer. So if you divide any rational number with 0, you will not get any answer which is again a rational number. You cannot find a rational number which is the answer for this. Again, which is the answer for this. That is why the closure property does not satisfy. Very good. Next, complicated. Is it true for addition? Very good. Next, minus? Very good. Multiplication? Very good. Division? No. We have checked that also. We are interested in checking for associative. So, in this associative property, we have done only addition only. So, is it satisfying the associative property?
Yes, sir.
With this, we came to the end of this today's lesson. So, we are going to discuss new things. I am going to give the homework for you, which is easy. Okay, we will discuss these domain boxes in tomorrow's class. What is the homework for you is, take any two rational numbers of your choice. Even if it is a natural number also, no problem, because every natural number is a rational number again. You can take the fractions also. You can take the decimals also. We have discussed yesterday how the decimals are rational numbers. So you can take any two examples of rational numbers and apply the operations and check whether they are true or not.
Yes, sir.
You need to show me under addition. I have done the addition operations here. So I have got the same result. So it satisfies. Like that, take two rational numbers and check and show me that tomorrow. That means 3, 2, 5, 7, 9. 9 examples I will be getting.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That will be the homework for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.